Alright YouTube, so we are back over here on the second channel. Our last upload on this channel, we talked about Konami supposedly working on 2 separate Silent Hill games. So I figured this was a good follow-up story. What we have is a new Silent Hill movie in the works, but not even just that, it has the original director, the guy who directed the first movie, which was significantly the better movie, Christoph Gans. It's been almost 15 years since the classic video game was adapted into a horror movie, and despite 2012's Silent Hill Revelation, which we could have done without, fans have been waiting patiently for its return. But according to the director of the first film, Christoph Gans, a new movie is in the works. Speaking to French site Allociné, that's apparently the pronunciation in French, the 59-year-old revealed that it was one of 2 projects he is working on. He said, "I have 2 horror film projects with Victor Hadida. I'm working on the adaptation of the video game Project Zero, Fatal Frame. The film will take place in Japan. I especially don't want to uproot the game from its Japanese haunted house setting." So some good news there for those that are interested in the Fatal Frame franchise. He's also working on a movie for that. It's a franchise I never got into, but of course I know what Fatal Frame is. And if you like the first Silent Hill movie, you know that he can do a good video game to movie adaptation, so it could be good. And we're also working on a new Silent Hill. The project will always be anchored in this atmosphere of a small American town ravaged by Puritanism. I think it's time to make a new one. This has me absolutely fucking excited. As much as I hated the second one, Silent Hill Revelation, and I do hate it, I dislike it a lot. It's a terrible fucking movie. I have been wanting another Silent Hill movie. Now, I never looked into the development of Revelation to figure out why it's actually a bad movie, but of course you have the Force 3D stuff. I hate that shit in movies. And a different director. You had MJ Bassett as opposed to Christoph Gans. So having the original director come back to make another Silent Hill movie has me absolutely excited. It's been almost a decade since the last movie, and even longer since the first movie. Obviously, we know nothing about this movie at this point. It's just announced that they are working on another movie, and there's a library of games they could choose from. There's a ton of Silent Hill games out there. It depends on whether or not they want to follow up on the first 2 movies, right? Because those were connected. Do they want this next movie to follow what happens at the end of Revelation? Or do you just do a standalone Silent Hill movie? There's a couple different ways you could take another movie based on the ending of Revelation. For one, the dad stays behind in Silent Hill to look for Rose. You also have the characters hitchhiking away from Silent Hill and meeting Travis Grady, which was the main character from Silent Hill Origins. And then, of course, you have the prison bus at the end, which is alluding to Murphy Pendleton, who is the main character from Silent Hill Downpour. It just kind of depends on if they want to follow up Revelations, which direction do they want to take it. As for a standalone movie that's not connected to any of the other ones, I think Silent Hill 2 makes the most sense. It's by far the most popular, considered the best in the franchise, and considered one of the best games of all time, essentially. So I think it makes the most sense to make a movie about that game. Other than that, of course, they could just do an original story for a movie that's not connected to any of the games at all. But I don't know if anybody would like that. Either way, man, I'm excited for another Silent Hill movie. I've probably said it on the main channel at some point. We've been doing YouTube for several years now. I've probably mentioned it at some point in a video. But the first Silent Hill movie was my favorite movie for quite a while. There's a time where I lived out in the country with my grandma, and she had satellite television, and they put Silent Hill on one of the movie channels every single day for months, it seemed. And I'd watch it pretty much every day. I've literally watched the first Silent Hill movie 100 times or more in my life. It's a lot of times. It used to be my favorite movie. So I'm excited to see another entry in the franchise. Either way, my dudes, that's the video. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think the next Silent Hill movie is going to be about? Is it going to be connected to the first 2? Is it going to be standalone? Is it going to be based on one of the games, original story, etc., etc.? Leave your thoughts and more in the comment section below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and want to see more, Silent Hill content at this point. Turn on my notifications. Follow me on Twitter at @dashingdavid. And my Discord. Links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys.
Till it comes to conclusions, all the things that we thought we were losing. I'm a ghost and you know this. That's why we broke up in the first place. 'Cause I want you to know